Hello, my name is Fabian Arias. In this video, I will show you my work on cultural diversity in Latin America. Latin America is made up of the continent of South America, although several also consider Central America part of it. The cultural difference that engages opportunities in Latin America are favorable because of its economic volatility, because Latin America has a go-boosting climate. It now offers specific opportunities in terms of investment. Among Latin American countries, there are many similar aspects, but also many differences that make each country unique. To define the different cultures, we take as a reference the conquest of the Spaniards while imposing their own type of civilization on the indigenous peoples. This conquest was driven by Catholicism and the support of monarchies. With the above, we can say Latin America offers specific opportunities in all finance terms and technologies. Latin America countries are having several similar aspects but also many differences in terms of their culture. Latin America was all the time talking about the arrival of their Spaniards and their conquests and the cultural changes that this generated. The Spanish worked hard to efficiently conquer Latin America because this conquest was driven by Catholicism. The inhabitants of Latin America, better known as Indians, could speak one language which is Spanish, so they imposed this language. Cultural diversity has been a constant since the formation of the first human societies and has been an essential characteristic of them. Throughout history, it has become more complex and rich due to migratory flows and the influx of entities that have acted badly in the process. Regardless of the efforts of institutions today, it, especially with indigenous people and Afro descents. According to this, we can say Latin Americans want their culture to be constant and unchanged throughout history. Latin Americans are migrating a lot, which is generating cultural diversity in most Latin American countries. Indigenous people and people of African descent migrate to different parts of Latin America to protect descendants from the constitution of the new state. Indigenous people and people of African descent could not migrate according to the constitution of modern state. Indigenous people and people of African descent were not satisfied with the new policies, so they decided to migrate. In the continent, there is great cultural diversity, either by the original peoples Europeans conquered the continent in the 17th century and began with the crossbreeding. Latin America is considered to be the group of American countries whose origin is relative to the conquest and colonization of Spain and Portugal. From Latin refers to the origin of languages, both Spanish and Portuguese. With this we can say we used to have peace on our continent before the 17th century. The Indians used to speak their one language, but the Spanish and Portuguese imposed theirs after the conquest. Peruvians may speak Spanish and Quechua. The Indians were not used to living with the Spaniards of their land. it might be better if we had kept out of language. Mexico is a particular case since from the cultural point of view it is part of Latin America where Spanish is spoken and in some places Nahuatl and other native language. But from another point of view Mexico is part of North America. At the same time, Latin America is defined in other ways as Iberoamerica, which main countries where Spanish and Portuguese are spoken, and Spanish America for those who only speak Spanish. According to this, we can say we are talking in a different way than our ancestors did. They should consider all of Mexico as part of Latin America because of its cultural diversity. There used to be a great ingenious culture on this continent, but thanks to the conquistadors, they disappeared over the years. We must to get used to not being able to experience this ingenious cultural. Some ingenious cultures are living in various places far from the cities.